I will die on that hill.
I absolutely love Miley Cyrus.
You have failed this.
Right, so I get to say it. Right on.
Sickest night ever.
Is this? What are we doing?
No. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Call Guys podcast. I'm Gunner, also known as Chico Noise, three-time podcast host, and alongside me, as always, my best friend in the entire world, Juan Keel 43. What's up?
What up, no?
What's up?
You man, Jay chilling, Jay chilling, getting ready for the big break here, brother.
It's the big break.
This is it, man. We're in go time. I'm in go time. You're close to go time.
Yeah, when this episode comes out, it might be go time for you.
Yeah.
But we are officially within the 2 week range for us, and Bree is what like
in the day range.
Yeah, within the day.
Soon to be in the hours range when this probably pops out.
Yes. So we've talked about this the past couple episodes, and Colton and I will be out the next 3 weeks. We're taking a little hiatus for the babies because I feel like we should both be spending most of our time with the kids. So
it's not we think we should, it's we will
we
be.
will be. Yeah.
there will be no time to do this.
But listeners, you're not going to be left without a Call Guys episode. You're gonna have some special guest hosts for the next 3 episodes. That's going to be a quart of books and booze. I'm pretty sure it's going to be just Skylar and Jess taking over and talking some of their favorite things. And I think it'll be really interesting, get a couple different takes on here. And it's definitely going to be a different vibe. So, I hope you guys are ready for something different for the next 3 episodes. And the Skywalker was supposed to be on here tonight with us, but I don't know, he's doing something.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he's doing. I'm worried about the ship that he's going to have to be taking the reins on here.
Yeah,
and I'm worried. I have faith in this man, but how much? Well, we will see after the first episode.
I will still be doing the edits, so I will hear everything before it goes out.
I will be sending emails
to the Call Guys podcast.
To the Call Guys podcast at gmail.com. Can you imagine that?
It's going to be like a book email, like, come on.
Fragile.
But no, we're taking some time off, but we will be back the end of October. We will be back for the Halloween episode with Logan and hopefully ISO Cam. And do some
we got to get
monsters.
that figured out. So if you're hearing this, hit us up.
Yes.
Kind of give us an idea of what your schedule's looking like now. So like I said, we're super, super flexible. We can probably make most, if not all nights work in some capacity. So just hit us up. And I know Logan's probably listen to this too. So I know Logan, he's pretty much, whenever. So I know he will be on fumes at the end of this month, but
yes, he will. Actually, so I think it's going to be kind of interesting for us because we have the Halloween episode where we're going to have 2 guests, but then the plan is to do our Ahsoka episode the week after that because Ahsoka's going to finish.
3 guests.
Yeah, and that's going to be full of guests too. And I mean, we have a bunch of other things where the rest of the year we have planned to get people on with us, and so expect a really good second half of year 2 of the Call Guys podcast. I think it's going to be a blast. Where when we come back, we'll be a little under 20 episodes left till episode 100, which is close to the end of year 2.
Man,
yeah, it's flying by. So we have, man, I've got these notes here and all the stuff that we have that we still need to do, and we have a genre series here at the end of the year where we do an episode on our favorite action movies, dramas, romance, sci-fi, and gangster films because Colton loves his gangster films.
Oh yes, I do.
Episode 100 is going to be a special episode, just like Beer 30, and I also have a page of notes, and I'm working on something fun for that whole episode. We've got our Lord of the Rings episode. We want to talk books and movies with Jordan. We've talked about the Call Guys Go to White Castle. It's still there. We still want to do it, so we're trying to figure that out.
I think I know. I think I know where we're gonna go and where we need to leave from.
Okay.
So I think in order to make that work best, I think I know what we need to do. So I'm excited for that.
Okay, Colton's got it planned. We'll just have to figure it out. Colton, the girls have the babies, and we just take a road trip.
Oh gosh, they're gonna kill us.
Yeah. Sarah's gonna come over and hang out with you.
Hey, I know this. I'll say this.
I bet if we bring them
food, we bring them back food from where we're going. I know my wife would probably forgive me.
I think you're right. That's actually a great idea. Neither one of them listen to the podcast, so we're making those plans now. We also have the other 2 parts to our Certified Rotten. So if you enjoyed last week's episode of our King Kong discussion, we'll have 2 more of those coming up. One for 80s movies with hopefully the Golden 80s podcast, and the 90s. The 99 will be the 90s movie with I think we talked about A Court, Books, and Booze. So
do you still want to do that with them?
Yeah.
I think so too. Does Skylar know that?
No, he doesn't, but when he listens to this, he will know. That's still a ways away, so we've got a little bit before we got to worry about that. But yeah, Ahsoka, Colton and I also have talked about doing a Only Murders episode, so that'll end here in a few weeks. And
if anybody wants to come on for that, love to have you on.
So yeah, there's some plans for in the actor series and the character series, we still have some episodes to do on those. So we are set for the rest of year 2, and we are excited to have you all along with us. Just stick it out these next 3 weeks without us. And feel free to send emails when they're on too. Let them know how they're doing. And just we always enjoy feedback. Always.
That is true. That is so true.
But tonight's episode will be a little different. We're not really going to talk about anything movie-wise or anything movies or shows, maybe what we've been watching. But I think since the last 3 weeks, we're probably watching the same stuff. So, but we do have a couple of emails that we want to read off.
I do want to say something before we get too far ahead. We did lose a legend today. We lost a little bit of our childhood, a little bit of our I would say teenage years, because you were a teenager when these came out, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, Sir Michael Gambon, Gambon, don't know how to say his last name. He passed away today. I think it's 90.
He was the second.
He was
Dumbledore.
He was Dumbledore number 2. Stepped in, filled a humongous role, and just, rest in peace, brother. I heard you passed in the hospital gracefully, and that's kind of the way I want to go when the time does come, is, just gracefully, and just doesn't want to wake up one morning, and I'd be okay with that. And you will be missed. I am probably now, because I am 2-3 movies away from finishing the MCU saga.
Remember Harry Potter?
I will probably go to Harry Potter now. So
I cannot believe how fast you've watched those movies.
Dude, I've knocked them out.
Yeah.
And I even added an extra movie.
That doesn't count as a movie.
I know, it's so bad. It's so bad.
But yes, I heard that news also. It's very sad, but hopefully family's doing well. And
I mean, 90, you would think that this was, I don't want to say
inevitable.
Planned, but on the horizon.
Yeah. You're not wrong there.
So yeah, man, let's jump into the emails, man. What do we got, Gunner?
Oh, we have one from Logan, and it's another voicemail, so I'm gonna stick that in right here, and you guys can hear this. He kind of explained it a little bit last week, so
here we go.
Hey boys, it's me. I figured I'd use the hotline because my abysmal writing and spelling and punctuation gives Colton's the fits. Ends up reading it like a first grader that's never opened a book. But I hope that Gunner feels good that he did disaster movies dirty so he could go watch the Chiefs lose. How you gonna cut disaster movies, a giant genre, down to top 3? Couldn't even give them the top 5 treatment. And on top of that, ain't nobody mentioned the cultural phenomenon that was Armageddon. That movie, amazing. That movie did make me cry as a kid because Bruce Willis stayed on the asteroid because he loved his daughter. Y'all should feel ashamed for not mentioning that. But also hurt me that, like Poseidon and The Perfect Storm got left off there. But if I had to do top 3 off the top of my head while complaining at Gunner, I would say Don't Look Up, which had Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio on it. It was a hilarious movie, but it also tackled a very serious subject and the fact that our government would probably end up screwing us in a worldwide disaster. Number 2 would in fact be Armageddon, and yes, my number 2 makes me cry. Honorable mentions would be Perfect Storm, Poseidon, both disaster movies because they both are natural disasters. Rogue Wave in Poseidon and a giant hurricane takes down the ship in Perfect Storm, and that movie is depressing. Talk about make you cry. Day After Tomorrow is a fantastic movie. Volcano is great. But my number 1 has and always will be Twister, because Dusty in that movie is the MVP. Food. I crave sustenance. Alright, well, that's it. I've done my complaining. You boys keep it freakity fresh. Baba booey, baba booey.
Baba booey, baba booey.
Oh my gosh. I'm just glad I got at least one on his list. So I got that going for me.
And Twister was in my honorable mentions. Obviously his number 1, but yeah.
I love the passion. That you not only get from the words that he misspells, but also from the words he mispronounces. I appreciate that too. Love your brother.
Phenomena. No, I really do. Logan, I appreciate you coming on and doing an episode with us last week.
Always.
Let alone that, just send us emails and always listen to the Call Guys.
I love that you have the number to the hotline.
Yeah, the only one that does. For real though, if anybody out there wants to send us voice recordings like that, it's super enjoyable, and we will put it on the podcast.
Always.
Yes. What else we got?
We got one from another listener who was just on with us. This one is titled No Subject, so that sounds about right for our content. Starts out with Most Excellent Dudes. A few brief things. Clash of the Titans from 1981 is also PG and shows boobs. Gotta love the 80s.
And boobs.
I'm glad you guys watched that movie so I can make sure to never accidentally add it to my watch list. You're welcome. Colton. Again, I apologize for following list and not verifying for myself before the rough start that was Blue Beetle. I forgive you, brother. I forgive you. Think about someone you'd like to check out and we will have you on for it. Or maybe we team up with the Call Guys duo for your individual episodes. I truly feel if you keep going, you will maybe love the story to issue 25. The climax is excellently written. I understand why it tops most lists, but only as a series. Apologies. No apologies needed. Actually, you just messaged me today and said that you finished it and how great it was. So I appreciate that. Logan, thank you for the compliments. I hope Vamptober goes great and Guys with Issues will gladly have you on. Also, Caboose is the best. Look at that, Logan. Got yourself another podcast to be on.
That's right.
Hopefully it's not in October.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list, brother. Fun episode. Way to take Kong-sized bullet for the team. Looking forward to your next certified rotten. I can't imagine what you might stumble onto next. Will it be worse? Could it be? Gosh.
I bet it can.
Maybe not. Because I think we get the 80s and the 90s. I think there's a lot more terrible movies.
We're going right.
We could go. I mean, I struggled to find this one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a problem for the 80s and 90s. Anywho, I would still like to hear a top 5 least favorite list. You have a lot of movies you love, but what about the movies you absolutely hate? I want to hear real vitriol coming out of Gunner as he channels his inner Colton. Bring them on. Transmission ended. CT 1209. That is Chris for all of you guys out there. Chris, as always, brother, thank you for sending us an email to thecallguyspodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, really appreciate you as a guest through and through for everything. Glad we finally got you on for something other than Star Wars.
Yeah, see you in a couple weeks for Star Wars.
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple. I'll see you a couple weeks when we get back for Star Wars. So
yeah.
So yeah, just really appreciate you coming on, man. If anybody who doesn't know, who does listen or doesn't, first time, Chris has this email called Guys with Issues. They go over comic books. They do a fantastic job. I want to say for some reason, Pat and
Pat and Will.
Will, yeah, Will Nopsis.
Yeah.
Those three, they. Oh gosh, it's so good. So good. Yeah, they're great. The three of them they're fantastic together, great chemistry. They work so well off each other, and I just hope nothing but the best for them. So if anybody wants to call Guys with Issues, we had them on a couple episodes ago.
Guyswithissues.com.
I was gonna say we did a home and home with them, so definitely go check them out. They're lots of fun. So
they're
Chris,
great.
Thanks, man.
Yes, thank you, Chris. And if you have a chance to listen to the United States of Paranormal all through the month of October for Vamptober, listen to the intro, and that's your boy Chris.
Dude, it slaps.
It slaps.
Has Chris heard it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yes, he has. So we have one more. It is from the Golden 80s host, Frankie Vegas, or Brandon, the Wally Bucks winner from way back in the day.
I wonder what more people know him by.
Wally Bucks, Frankie Vegas, or Brandon. Yeah, who knows? This is titled King Kong 1976. Says, hey guys, great episode on Kong. I actually am so old I saw the movie at the Warsaw Drive-In. From what I remember, it was a big thing. Fast food restaurant Burger Chef, now known as Hardee's, had promotional Coke glasses with Kong on them, and yes, I had one. I had the one with him atop the Twin Towers. As far as my opinion of the movie, at the time, my little kid brain loved it. Now I really have no interest rewatching it, nor do I have any desire to watch Son of Kong. Also, King Kong did receive a special Academy Award for its effects and was nominated for a couple of other technical Academy Awards. Well, that's all I got. Keep up the great work, Frankie Vegas. P.S. Do you guys have any interest in seeing the new Exorcist movie and doing a review? I know I'm looking at Colton might be shaking his head right now. I don't know.
I've got something for it.
I know it is not the type of movie you normally would do, but if you do, I'd love to be on that episode. You know, Frankie, for you, maybe we'll think about it. As Colton says, new way.
That'll be a solo one for Gunner.
Is the movie over yet?
Oh my gosh. We should that might actually be a good one to do home and
well, it'd be great. It'd be great to do like then and now.
Oh gosh, there's no way, man. No way. Okay, first off, Frankie Vegas, thank you for the email.
Of course.
Second off, do you still have?
That'd be dope if he had. I doubt that
Coke glass with Kong on the Twin Towers.
I will put
you
it
need
on
to
my
find
shelf.
that thing. Yes, I will put it on my shelf. You know why they got an award? Because they built a freaking monkey. That's
worth the award, to be honest. I mean,
and yeah, I'm not seeing The Exorcist.
and definitely not watching Kong 76 again.
Or Son of Kong.
I might give Son of Kong a try. Maybe it's a little better.
It's impossible. There's no way it's better.
No, you're right. There's absolutely no way. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for the emails. And anybody else out there that wants to send us emails, you are more than welcome. The callguyspodcast at gmail.com is where you can send those. Love to hear from you. Anything. Recommendations for future episodes, question of the pod ideas, just about anything. What do you think, Colton? What do you think?
Man, I am ready. I'll be honest. I was getting ready to get in the shower and I was like, man, what should we do for the pod? And I came up with this idea. I think it's a great idea.
I think you're right.
As a great, mini farewell.
See you soon
type of thing. It's not goodbye. It's until next time type of thing. So, really it hit me. It just hit me. I said, well, it seems like we get the most, the Call Guys podcast. We get the most emails.
That's true.
It's because our listeners are awesome. That's why we do.
Our listeners love us. Yes.
Yeah. Our listeners are just second level to none. They are fantastic.
Second to
none. That's right. Thank you, Gunnar, for helping me out. Jake and Jordan suck it. I don't want to hear from you guys about that. Okay. That's who we need to email. Let's email them.
Just send them an email back.
Just anger. I'll take that one.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Gunnar and I was like, dude, man, you know what we should do? Let's email everybody in the Empire and just tell them, just get a little conversation going. See if we can get some back and forth with them, have a good time, Not all of them listen to us. Some of it, some do listen, some don't listen. So I figured this would be a good way to interact with everybody, just give some encouragement and just have some fun. So this episode is really just going to be about going on the journey of emailing all of the ships in the Empire and just talking to them, just throwing out some lines to them and see what we get back.
And this is pretty much just gonna be one big plug for the Empire tonight, because I mean, as we go through and we pick which one we're gonna start with Tuesday, and we're gonna start with Golden Image Podcast, and just talk about the podcast a little bit, what they do. And a lot of our listeners probably don't go on and listen to the other podcasts. Some of them do. I know Rob actually told me today that he went and started listening to the Golden Odyssey series, and he said he was super enjoying it. And so there's good in every podcast under the umbrella. So if you get an opportunity to go listen to one, or you want something new to listen to, we're gonna plug all these guys pretty heavy. And fortunately, I'm on 2 of the other podcasts, and you've all heard the Emperor. Actually, you've pretty much all met all of these podcasts because they've also been on the Call Guys at one point. So, but go check out all these podcasts as we mention them, and yeah. So let's start. Golden Image Podcast. You can email them. You can look them up.
What is that email, Gunnar? I need to write that down.
It is goldenmojoent@gmail.com.
goldenmojoent at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Okay, what should we title this? Whoa, we got them in the system.
Whoa, okay. They're in the system.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Suck it, Skylar.
Yeah, BS. This email's BS.
This email is BS. Okay.
So for those of you who don't know, that Golden Image Podcast, we do reviews of local businesses and diners and wineries and breweries and whatever we can get our hands on, events that are happening in our area in Indiana. We have ventured out a little bit, but so yeah, we're from Northern Indiana, so we like to do things so you all can go do them too. And we haven't really had a lot of bad reviews yet, but we're working on a couple, I think. So unfortunately, I have a whole list on my whiteboard. I have a whiteboard that hangs up here, and I have a list of all the things I do. And yeah, so I think what are you writing there, Colton?
So I've just started out. I said, hey guys, love the pod. Keep up the fantastic work and keep doing doing the work so people don't have to guess if something is worth it or not.
I do have one thing to say in this email is that Skywalker, I know you listen to the call guys.
Yeah.
When you read this email, you talked a whole lot about mini golf.
Yeah.
And
do you even mini golf?
I don't know that we've had the opportunity to go mini golfing all together. So I think you should take your fellow podcast hosts out putt-putting in the spring.
Yeah, I even got you some mini putt balls.
Mini putt. Mini golf.
Same thing.
Mini putt balls.
That's probably what his are. Oh.
But yeah, you can find Golden Image Podcast, facebook.com/Golden Image Podcast, or on the website. Just click podcast, find them, and take you out to all the places for that podcast. Colton's trying to write a snarky email.
I'm not trying to write a snarky email.
But yeah.
I'm trying to just remember how to spell stuff.
I think there's a lot of good things we do on there. The Golden Odyssey series was great. The a lot of restaurants mostly is what we talk about on there, but
yeah. Tell them about some of tell them about the last place you went to.
The Channel Marker.
Yeah.
So the Channel Marker is here, it's not my hometown, but it's close. It's in Syracuse, and it's right on one of the big lakes down here. And so we reviewed that in the last episode, and the Emperor talked about the Metal Monkey, which is over by Chicago.
But
yeah, they're closing down. Actually, they're probably at this point closed down by now, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's kind of sad to see places like that go. It was the first time they got to visit. They had to push that visit off for weeks and months, really. I think actually the first time you heard about it was in 2019, and they planned to visit, and then that got pushed off, and then they ended up going just a month, well, not even a month ago. So yeah, definitely interesting things we talk about on there. If you are from Indiana and you want places to go visit, it's definitely a good place to go for a recommendation. And if you see a place that you think looks interesting in the name or the titles for the episodes, click on that episode, take a listen, and see what we thought about it. So yeah, that's Tuesday. Everybody, if you have a calendar and you want to write out what podcasts come out on what days. Yeah, that's on Mondays. You got Golden Image or on Tuesdays, United States Paranormal on Wednesdays, Indiana Chiefs Fans and Golden 80s on Thursdays, and then the Murdnerds and A Quart of Books and Booze on Fridays. And then every last Saturday of the month, you have the other side, which is Logan and the Emperor from the United States Paranormal. So some weeks you get six different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different episodes. Golden Image.
Okay,
also.
so this is gonna be pretty simple. I'll just read the email, but there's gonna be a PS in every email. So then that way you have to go and listen to these PSs. Okay.
There you go.
All right. This is pretty simple. Hey guys, love the pod. Keep up the good work. The fantastic. Keep up doing. Oh, good Lord, Colton. Geez, you can't write for beans. We're gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff, man. Sorry, Jake, for yelling at you earlier.
That's all right. Keep up the fantastic work.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I'm in caps still. Okay. Keep up the good work and keep doing the work so people don't have to guess if something is worth it or not.
Nice.
Skywalker, do you even mini golf? Gunner, love you, brother. Emperor, keep doing things so we don't have to. Hold the fleet down. Godspeed.
Nice.
With a PS.
Oh.
I'm going to send that. I'm going to send that to goldenmojoent@gmail.com. Is that good?
That is good.
Okay, there's one.
Those are the plugs.
Bam. Right, so we're on to Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we're on to Wednesday, which is the United States of Paranormal. It is now Team Boogers only, which is the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com.
Oh my gosh, it's the whole thing. The United. Oh gosh.
States of Paranormal at gmail.com.
I could just hear it now. Jake, and Jordan saying, "Why did you have Colton type the email?"
I know I should totally be typing these right now.
The United States of give me paranormal.
Paranormal
Paranormal
at Paranormal.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Give me 3 letters at a time.
Paranormal.
The United States of Paranormal at gmail.com.
This is great content for a
podcast. I know it is. Oh, wait. Oh, we got them in this dang system.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my gosh.
I mentioned I have them on all of our Google Docs. Yes, the United States of Paranormal Wednesdays. Every Wednesday you can listen to them, and then, like I said before, every last Saturday of the month there is The Other Side, which is their episode that they're doing. This month, October, they're doing Vamptober. It's going to be exciting. All stories about vampire stories and vampire myths and legends. I'm sure cryptids that somehow will work their way into it. Super exciting. Last year they did Dolltober. This year is Vamptober. But yeah, they're our number one podcast in the empire, and they are killing it. Downloads like out the wazoo, and I can't. Yeah, it blows my mind to see their numbers sometimes. But it is Team Boogers. It is Golden J, the Rocker Chick, and J Dub. They talk about spooky things and some really good stories, and man, they put it together really well. They have a really good following. Job. Really good following that they have along with them, and it's exciting to listen to every week, and definitely happy. My mom kills it on there, so
yeah, she does. J-Dub, they all do such a good job of, because I'll be honest, my biggest concern is because we were the only podcast that was a weekly thing, and we were doing it like that, and they have done a great job of stepping up, and now they are a week-to-week podcast, but they do 2 at a time.
Yeah,
so I'm not taking points away, but that's still pretty good. That they're going out and they're putting in the work every week to make something for the audience. I think that's just awesome.
Oh yeah, and they are absolutely killing it, and it just blows the people that email them and say, "Hey, you guys make my day, make my week." They are just it's so cool to see emails from people that they have no clue who they are. And, most of our emails come from people we know, but yeah, just excited for him. I'm excited to see what happens for Vamptober and the feedback from all that. And be sure to check out their merch store, because at the United States of Paranormal.com, you can go to their merch store. They're going to have some exclusive Vamptober merch, but all their merch is cool. Their artwork, as Logan said last week, is phenomenal. So definitely a fun podcast to listen to. What do you think?
It's definitely. I mean, I'll be honest. I was always a team Tejas guy. I loved their camaraderie. I loved the banter. I loved everything about them. And they're just a fun episode for someone who's not big into the paranormal. I just don't like it, I guess you could say. Not necessarily that I don't believe in everything, or I think some stuff is out there. I think some stuff is a little bit closer to could be and would be than some other things. But I mean, Team Boogers, I just talked about it. They just took the ball and ran with it. And I think they've done a fantastic job. I think having J-Dub come on full time was a great call by the Emperor. Probably one of the few he's ever made for the Empire. That's worked out. So we got that going for us.
She totally has the energy of all 3 Team Tejas put together. Just
yes, she
that
does.
goofiness, just not
Yes,
not like
she does.
not as raunchy. Sometimes raunchy, but also not as raunchy.
Yeah,
and just takes
just keep bowel movements and a bucket away from her, and you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and your mom, she just does a fantastic job. I feel like I have to love your mother because of what William does for your mother.
Yeah.
I love it that your dad was talking about that time. I think it was on the Golden 80s about when we got together for the group picture. I'll be honest, like the only thing I was thinking that would get me through that was Bobby.
Yeah.
Because I was like, William loves her. Like there is nobody else there that he will know, let alone like besides like Gunnar and Sarah.
Yep.
And we get there and we're like, okay, it's time for like me and you to take pictures. I was like, okay, Bobby, like let's see how this goes. And William was not having it.
Nope. Yeah, that was a whole different. Now the campground's a little different because they just hang out together and there's toys there and fun stuff.
The rocks or the frogs or
the
whatever.
rocks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what do you got on this email?
I'm taking my time on this. I've got Team Boozers. I said keep the fleet afloat while we are taking care of the new crew members. Emperor, nice. Suck it. The rocker chick. That's as far as I've gotten. What should we say to the rocker chick?
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. J Dub. I'm gonna throw a couple B's on there.
Oh yeah, way to
I was gonna have her listen to Aliens Exist by Blink-182.
Oh yeah. Please go check out Aliens Exist by Blink-182. Yeah. Oh man, you didn't lie about that though either, man. That one more time really hit you in the feels.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I'm trying to learn that on guitar right now, and I can't get through it. I just can't.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I get. Oh man.
Such a good song. While you're finishing that up, I'm gonna move on to Thursday because we have two on Thursdays. We have the Indiana Chiefs fans podcast and the Golden 80s podcast. Indiana Chiefs fans, obviously, we discuss the Kansas City Chiefs and everything throughout the season with the Chiefs. We talk about the draft and trades and all that good stuff as we go. And then we talk about preseason, and then we get into every single game as we go throughout the season. So definitely a lot of conversation about football, mostly the Chiefs, not a whole lot of other stuff in football, but yeah, don't make Colton mad. What did you get the email done?
No, I don't. But I feel like you got something you want to say right now. I can hold off on that email if you got something you want to say right now.
I don't. I just want to say that last Thursday I got back from, Monday I got back from Kansas City after seeing the Chiefs womp on the Bears for a game that Colton was supposed to go to.
I could have went to that game.
I know.
I could have went.
I don't see a baby in those arms right now.
Exactly.
No, I got to take Coach Rob, who's been a guest on the Indiana Chiefs fans multiple times, and I got to take him out there for his first game in Kansas City, and it was worth the trip. It was fun. I'll just have to take Colton to another one some other time.
Man, I'm struggling for a PS for a secret PS for the United States of Paranormal. I got something.
Keep it spooky. See you on the other side. But no, it was an exciting trip out to Kansas City. It really was. It was a lot of driving, but it was nice to have take somebody who's been there but hasn't been to a game, and just go do the things that I like to do while we're out there too. We went to Jack Stack and had some barbecue, and we walked around the stadium and went to the players' entrance and tried to watch the players come in, and we did the season ticket member countdown to kickoff tent and had some free food, and Rob got to meet Clark Hunt, which was kind of cool, and got his pass into the tent signed by Clark Hunt, and got his picture that he took with Wolfie in Indianapolis last year. Got that signed by Wolfie, so definitely was cool. Was a good time to take him out, and yeah, unfortunately Colton wasn't there. But next time there's a chance to take him to a game, it'll happen. So,
the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. Okay.
Sent.
Email
sent.
We're moving along here. Okay, who's next?
This is the Indiana Chiefs fan.
Indiana
podcast.
Chiefs. What are they?
IN Chiefs fans podcast.
Is that CHIEF?
IEFS. Fans.
IN Chiefs.
Fans.
Podcast.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Oh my gosh, that one's here too.
That one probably has a picture on it, so I actually tell.
It does. So did the United States Paranormal.
Nice.
What should the subject be?
The Bears.
Hey man, I'm gonna say this right here, right now. Okay, I will never badmouth I can badmouth my Bears because I can badmouth them. I'm not gonna listen to anybody else badmouth my Bears.
I said the Bears.
I am on thin ice with these folks. If they don't win a game by the time we come back on and do podcasts, I think I might have to retire the hat for the season.
Oh my gosh. What about the sweatshirt?
I'm going to have to retire that too.
Going back to
I'm going to protest them.
Hey, that's all right.
This is bull.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it is what it is. They will win. They'll win a game. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. But yeah, football. You and I have been doing fantasy. I know you're in more fantasy leagues than I am.
Am I?
I don't know. I'm only in one this year. So.
Oh yeah, I'm in 3. I've got a money one. I've got the one I'm in for your work, and then I did one for my work.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing well in any of them.
Yeah. I was, and I lost this week, and only because my tight end was out, which sucked. I would have won if he was in. Just gotta make those changes. So actually, as we speak, I think Thursday Night Football is started. I don't even know who's playing Thursday Night Football.
It's Packers Lions. It's for the control of the NFC North.
Oh my gosh, the NFC North. Definitely not the Bears.
It's funny that the NFC North has two teams with no wins, and the rest of the league has there's 5 teams total, and 2 of them are in the NFC North.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, but yeah. So Indiana Chiefs fans podcast. Actually, a very Colton keeps making the joke of we need to keep our episodes under an hour, under 45 minutes.
Oh, geez, that's not happening tonight.
I think we've been close. No, I'm talking for Indiana Chiefs fans, not for us. But
oh yeah, no. The reason why I want you guys to be under 45 minutes. You really want to know why?
Yeah, let's hear it.
You want to know why? Because when you guys lost that opening game, that was under 45 minutes. Plain and simple. Okay. Now that you've won, you haven't had an episode of less than an hour. Okay. So here's my problem with you guys. Okay. Is that you all are there for the good times, but you ain't there for the bad times. Okay. You guys are so willy-nilly about, oh, it's okay, Kadarius Toney. It's okay. You'll be okay. How's he doing now for you guys? Tell me now how he's doing.
I haven't seen him in 2 weeks.
Exactly. Okay. You guys need to stand up, nut up, and go after some guys on that team. Okay.
Nut up and shut up.
Get a little fire under you. I want to know what Jeremy's like in game. That's the fire I want to hear when you're talking about your team, because you got to get them fired up sometimes.
Oh, well, an hour and 4 minutes. Most of that's intro and outro.
I don't care.
Well, you're right. The Lions Chiefs. Yeah, okay. I see. The 43-45, hour 9, hour 4. I'm sorry.
What? No, oh no. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry for being sore losers, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be a sore loser. You have to be able to hold the fort when you win and when you lose. Okay?
I did for
because you gotta be able
13 years.
Don't take a day off. No days off. No days off.
I mean, we do a podcast and we talk about it.
Do you really talk about it? Do you really talk about it? Because you didn't talk about your G-dang right tackle moving every flipping play during the Lions game at all. Didn't talk about him at all. You finally brought him up for the Bears game because he got called on it one time. Jeez, he's a targeted man. Yeah. Oh, he's targeted.
I completely blocked that out of my mind because I thought it was just as dumb as anybody else did that he was able to get away with something like that.
I've never seen such negligence from the NFL. Well, I don't want to. That's probably that's a strong saying, but they've done some bad things. I feel like. But from the referee's point of view, like, how do you not call that? How does Motor City Dan not just scream that to the sideline official the entire time, telling about your fat tackle lined up as a receiver half the time for his plays? Did you know he could have been eligible if they would have threw some more? There were probably more people on the receivers on the line than he was on the line. Absolute bull.
Tell me how you really feel. Would you like to
don't get me started?
Would you like to lay on the couch?
Don't. I'll go lay on the bed over there.
Do you even watch the Chiefs play? Only when they play the Bears, and you probably even watch that game. Did you watch that whole game?
I watched the first half because the second half, the last 5 minutes of the second half, I've never felt so discombobulated as a Bears fan than watching those last 5 minutes of the second quarter in the debacle that happened. And
you saw Taylor Swift and you had to turn it over.
Oh my gosh. That was the other thing. I was tired of listening about her. Oh my God. And I'm so glad I turned it off before Kelsey caught that touchdown because I would have lost my ever-loving mind.
Okay? I'm glad I didn't have to watch it on TV.
It was ridiculous. I don't care that NFL has all these new fans and Kelsey's jersey sales are up 400%. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Who's your favorite football player?
No, he's not. He's the biggest bum in the NFL. He knows it too. He knows it.
Welcome to the Chiefs Fans Podcast. Hit his eye.
It is
noise. Yeah. How's that email going?
I've just gotten to the intro, getting done with the intro. We're gonna save that for the end. It starts out pretty simple. Sup, fellas? I'm here to let you know that my Bears will eventually be back. The night is darkest before dawn, and the dawn is coming.
The night is darkest just before the dawn. Name that movie. Beautiful thing.
I am going to actually put that in there, so you can't answer that.
Oh, sorry. I feel like I can't write an email to myself, so you gotta write this one.
I know. I feel like I got some stuff here because I'm actually just, I'm gonna put the Chief. I'm actually gonna misspell it.
The chef.
The chef. CHEI.
The chef.
The chef. Yeah. No, the Bears are discombobulated. They're literally the dumpster fire of the NFL right now. They're the laughing stock of the NFL, and they are just trash. Just trash. What should I say for the Chief? What should I say to him? Give me something.
I don't know. Something about his hair slicked back.
Something about his hair slicked back. I did hear about that today. It's Thursday. We record these things on Thursday, so I listened to that in the golden 80s. Um, um, man, this is a little bit tougher than I thought.
Yeah.
Come on, Gunner, give me something. I've sent 2 emails already.
I know, but I can't email my own crew.
You can. Give me something funny to say to the chief. He doesn't listen. We're gonna be okay. What's something funny? Give me something funny.
I don't know, something about a Miller and a smoky treat.
A Miller?
One more Miller and smoky treat, and
this is already starting terrible.
You're I don't know. Just write to the Emperor.
Oh, I've got something for him.
Chief, keep up the good work.
Chief. Smokey.
No, Chief, are you ever going to do this podcast from home? I get there at some point. He does. If anybody doesn't know, Chief does the podcast from his lot at the campground every single week until the middle of October when he'll be back home. Bandwagoners. Colton calls us bandwagoners. I don't think we ever came down to a conclusion on what an actual bandwagoner
you're different.
is.
You're different. You were born into it, so you passed the test.
I was born as a Chiefs fan.
Born as a Chiefs fan. Molded in the dark. You merely adopted the Chiefs.
You really...
you merely adopted the Chiefs. I was born with the Chiefs. Molded by taken and shown how to play football. I am one of the greatest Chiefs fans known to man.
That was good. I love that. That'd be...
Thank you. Bane. Big Bane. Big Bane. Big Bane. Another hint to the movie from earlier.
that actually is.
Well, it'd be one before that, but no. Oh man, we still got two at least 2 more emails right here. And you're trucking along. One of these podcasts is on hiatus, so we probably won't send them an email because they'll never read it.
Yeah, we can.
And that is the Murdnerds. So let me talk about the Murdnerds real quick while Colton finishes this email. So Murdnerds are on hiatus. They're a true crime podcast. And it's actually pretty funny because in Kansas City we went out to Jack Stack this weekend, and our waitress came up and she was talking to us, and we had said something about, first of all, she was talking about Taylor Swift being in town and how cool it would be if she could be the waitress for them, right? And she's like, well, I think it was like her cousin or somebody, she had waitressed for Tom Hanks's son at one point. So we got into that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been talking.
I swear, Colton, I looked her in the eyes and I said, did you know that Tom Hanks is related to Abraham Lincoln? She's like, and Mr. Rogers. And she goes, how do you know that? And Rob points at my hat. He says he's got a podcast. And I was like, yeah, we did an episode on Tom Hanks not that long ago. And she's like, oh, that's awesome. So what else is your podcast about? And I told her, I said, we do pop culture, movies, TV, kind of whatever. And I handed her a business card and she was reading over it. She goes, Murdnerds. What are they? I was like, well, they're like true crime, missing persons cases. And she's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. She's like, so this is kind of deep, but my brother went missing 9 years ago, and we still haven't found him. So I have it in my notes on my phone. I'm going to get with Ashley whenever they decide to come back for Murdnerds, and hopefully have her start that, maybe start her new season out with the Albuquerque, New Mexico. The waitress at Jack Stack in Kansas City, her brother went missing out there. So I thought that was really interesting. She saw that on there and then told us that story, and I was like, dang, that's deep. But pretty. So we might have a new listener for all I know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Gotta sell the brand while we're out,
Always. Oh, wait. Okay. IN Chiefs fans podcast at gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay. Sent. Okay. Who's next? Golden 80s.
Golden 80s podcast. Yes.
What's the email?
Golden Image.
I forgot to tell the Indiana Chiefs
80s.
something good.
Golden Image 80s.
Golden Image, like spelling 80s. EIGHTIES.
No. 80.
Golden Image 80 S.
Yeah.
Okay.
At gmail.com.
Golden at mail.com. There it is. Again. Why doesn't it just pop up?
It's funny as you send these to emails that I have logged in on my phone. I'm getting emails literally from myself. It's like popping up. Yeah. So Golden Image 80s at gmail.com.
What should the title be?
I somehow got trapped in the Wayback Machine. So talk about a time travel. One of my favorite subjects of all time. Time travel. One of my favorite things. We haven't talked about time travel in so long.
Darn it. How have we survived as a podcast?
I honestly don't know because it's such an important, there's two posters on my wall that deal heavily in time travel. But this podcast, obviously it's all about the 80s. It's the Emperor and Frankie Vegas, who we read that email from earlier today. And yeah, they talk about a little bit of everything. They've talked about stuff in wrestling because Frankie's was a wrestling manager or is a wrestling manager. My grandpa was a wrestler for years and years and years before he passed away. Some of my dad grew up with wrestling. I grew up with a little bit of wrestling. So it's fun to listen back to them reminisce on some of those days, but then also them reminiscing about hair bands and music and movies and TV shows. So it's kind of like old guys doing the Call Guys podcast a little bit.
It is.
They do a really good job. Their big thing is they're going to take us back in the Wayback Machine, and the Wayback Machine is from oh gosh, I can't remember what show it's from, but so they reference a lot of stuff. They have great conversation. Frankie kills it weekly. Emperor kills it weekly. They do a really good job, and they do really good research. And you can tell they enjoy what they're talking about. So yeah, we'd love for you guys to go check them out. Facebook.com/golden. I think it's just Golden 80s podcast, possibly. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can always send them an email at goldenimage80s@gmail.com. Definitely worth the listen and worth them. I think they're I don't know how many episodes in they are at the moment, but they've done a little bit of everything. So I mean, legitimately everything. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up their episode list and just kind of go through some of them. Yeah, they started out with John Hughes as their introduction episode. They've talked about Weird Al and the Golden Girls, the Challenger disaster, the Karate Kid, WrestleMania, Guns N' Roses, Miracle on Ice, the Lost Boys, which is an episode I was on, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, Miami Vice, hair bands. And then they do a chiller filler type episode called What's Your Damage? And then one of their newest episode 17, Revenge of the Nerds. So yeah, go check them out. They're a great podcast. And if you were born in the 80s or you lived through the 80s, you can reminisce with them.
So it's funny that I was listening to today's episode, and they have stolen our segment,
the question of
the pod 80s edition. They have stolen that, and your dad nailed it. I was laughing as it happened because they just say, I just called them off, And I'm just laughing. And your dad goes, I bet Colton's just laughing right now. And I just busted up laughing even more because I was.
Colton is the most loyal family member of the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. He listens to every single podcast. I think the Emperor does too. I'm not quite on all of them, but I do listen to most of them. I miss a couple weeks here and there, but I also don't have like the time to just sit there with headphones in and listen either. So if I did, I would. So what you got there, Juan Keister?
Okay, Frankie Vegas and
Frankie.
the Emperor. We love this pod. Keep it going. Love the content, fellas. Love the content. Feel like we did miss out by not being able to experience the 80s. Frankie Vegas, brother. You take another idea from the Call Guys and you'll have a WrestleMania event coming your way.
Are we going to be a tag team? The Call Guys?
Adding that. Oh, I got it. Tag team. Cage match. What's that ladder? Ladders only, or what's that? What's the ladder rules?
Gosh, I can't remember. It's
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that part out. Emperor, suck it. I think it's the only thing I've told the Emperor.
Yeah, a lot of suck it to the Emperor in these.
All
right.
I need a PS now for him. I need a PS.
That's all you. You're writing a hidden PS.
I know. I'm writing hidden messages for these people to say.
Well, our last email is actually written already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is true. The one that is to a quarter books and booze.
Yes. So I'm gonna while you finish your PS, I will I'll talk about quarter books and booze a little bit. So the Akabab podcast is a basement book club. Actually, it's a Breezeway book club. Wherever they can do the book club. They talk about books, and they oh my gosh, they read so many books, and their backlog I think is still pretty insane. But yeah, they do a book every other week, and then they do a children's book every other week, every other week. So they're fun to listen to. If you love to read and you want new book recommendations for things to listen to and read, yeah, go check them out. They're fun. It's Jess, Skylar, and Amanda. And on their, like I said, on their off weeks, they have kids in to talk about children's books. It's really cool. It's a great idea. They're having a lot of fun doing the podcast, and can't wait to see what they're gonna do here in the future. And like I said, they will be your hosts for the next 3 episodes of the Call Guys. So, be ready to hang out with them for a couple weeks while we're gone. But yeah, you can if you want to listen to them, you can find them on our website, goldenmojoent.com, or you can send them an email at acobabpodcast@gmail.com. Beautiful.
Okay, say that email one more time.
acobabpodcast@gmail.com.
It's already there.
Look at that. Look at there. But lots and lots of books. So yeah, that's really Colton's gonna read off his email that he had sent them.
This one is titled, let's try this one more time with feeling.
One more time with feeling.
I don't know if you guys just don't, do emails, you do milk and cookies. I know that's kind of up to date with some things. So, you could be doing that, I guess. I mean, maybe if you wanted to, but I feel like neglecting your guest is what hurts the most with you people. I put in a lot of time and a lot of effort with you, and I just want to be heard. So I wrote you this email in the middle of July.
All those years ago.
Here we are. You're getting it again. This time from thecallguyspodcast@gmail.com. It goes like this. First time, long time here. Been listening since day one, and as a fellow book reader via audiobooks, don't be elitist here. My book take should be taken seriously. LOL. All seriousness, no. Love the pod and the majority of the books y'all have covered. The Perfect Marriage is probably my favorite of books that I haven't read yet. Love a classic murder mystery. Just my 2 cents here. Sent 1. Less Skywalker, more Jess and Amanda. Sent 2. I know you probably have heard this before, but get on the
mic.
Get in that mic. Get in there. Get in there, nice and deep, like.
The mic.
Sent 3. When are you guys coming back on the call, guys? Got to get something on the docket. Just let me know at thecallguyspodcast at gmail.com. Sent 4. Do more of these interact with the following, or just to answer me, LOL, or just reprise the dead segment of Chilla Filla. Keep up the fantastic work. Your number 1 fan, Vanilla Thunder. So yeah, we're gonna send that. And we're gonna hope for the best because really like some feedback. Are they ever gonna read it?
Are they ever gonna read it?
Are they ever gonna read it? Podcast? Are we ever gonna hear it? Are we gonna hear it this year? Because are they really that backlogged right now? It can't be.
I don't know. Something about like my birthday happened on Christmas or
yeah.
Who knows?
I'm not happy with them. They make me upset.
I just want to say I am
balls.
I am proud of every single podcast in this empire, and I think that everybody's doing great. And if you're a listener of the Call Guys, we're doing this episode for a reason. We want you to go check out these podcasts. And it was kind of a filler episode for us, but like I said, Skywalker was supposed to be here, and we were just going to chit chat. I was going to ask him some questions, but that's all right. I hope you are all excited about the next 3 weeks, 3 episodes. Like I said, I'll still have my hands on them. I'm going to edit them, so. I'm excited to hear what they do and what they come up with. I know they have some fun things in the docket for the next 3 weeks. And if you're having fun listening to us, you got to check out all these other podcasts. If you enjoy us, you'll enjoy them. I mean, that's guaranteed. So, Colton, great idea for an episode.
Email resent. We'll see how it goes.
It'll probably come back again. Have to call the Emperor.
What is your goal? This is this is really just a love letter to the entire network of podcast here. We're excited for what we're able to do for the empire and how we can further it. It kind of sucks that we got to take 3 weeks off, but it's for a really good reason, obviously, and I think it's what's best for us as leaders of our household, and just know that we'll be itching to come back. Super excited. I'm sure we'll have pictures when the time is right of the children, if not have them on for a very short second.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure that out later, but just know that we're gonna miss you guys, and we're super excited to hear really what Jess and Skylar can bring to the table with what they're what they know and what they have been wanting us to do. And it's just like Gunnar and I are like, we don't do that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think this is a perfect time to try to
expand.
Maybe get some, expand, just see where it goes.
Yeah. And maybe, I mean, I know they're going to talk some anime stuff. So if you're a big anime fan and you have friends that are, let them know that they're talking anime.
Yeah. I think that'd go great. So, just know we'll miss you, and thank you so much for everything you guys do. And as always, if you guys ever want to talk to us, get on the pod, send us an email, tell us how your day's going, let us know at thecallguyspodcast at gmail.com. I'm excited. Gunner's excited. We're ready for this next huge step in our lives. And we're just glad that we get to do this and take this step with you guys. And you guys get to be along for the ride. So,
and literally Colt and I are taking these steps together. It'll be insane. It'll be a crazy next month. So, but yeah, I am very excited. I'm excited for both of us. I'm excited for our listeners to be able to get something different, and I'm excited to come back balls ablazing once we come back through. So, and we'll have some really good episodes when we come back. So, and I'm gonna work on some stuff while I'm off too. Don't expect me not to I'm not just gonna drop the podcast altogether, but when we have time, I'll work on some stuff. I have some new intro ideas. I have some new ideas for different things I want to try out. So it's time to vamp it up a little bit, and hopefully I can come up with some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, like Colton said, you can send us an email, thecallguyspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about. Let us know if you ever want to come on. Send us pull a Logan, leave a voicemail. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/thecallguyspod, Instagram @thecallguyspodcast, and TikTok @thecallguyspod. And then please watch us on YouTube. You can just search for The Call Guys Podcast and rate and review us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. All that good stuff. We'd love to hear from you. Check out the website, goldenmojoent.com, to see us and see all of these other podcasts that we've been emailing all evening. So, Colton, you got anything else?
Man. No, man. Love you, brother. That's all I got, man.
Yep. Love you, brother.
I know these next couple of weeks are going to be something different for you, man. As always, I'm here for you. Just let me know.
You got it. You know what? I get to see you this weekend, so.
That is true, but
yeah,
still.
Yep. All I can say is that we'll see you guys in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, really. And we hope you enjoy what content comes to you. And we'll be back more ready than ever to just have a good time. So.
Oh, yeah.
For all of you out there in podcast land, we'll see you in a month.
Later.
Bye.
Stand up and shine. Yeah.